What's up, world? Hope all is well. I am your host, Misterr Galloway, and I'm here with my brother, none other, Hendo. What's happening, good brother?
Tell him what's going on.
Man, you know my model, 2023 model. Man, it's good to be seen, bro. I no longer take that for granted. Every day you got is a blessing, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's good to be seen. It's good to see you, bro.
That's what's up. It's good to see
Yeah.
you as well.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yo, are you big on Kid Cudi?
Nah, he alright.
I saw documentary on him. I want to say it was on Amazon Prime. Was
Mm-hmm.
it? Yeah. And man, his beginnings, his humble beginnings, man. He was on I forgot what they call it before SoundCloud. But he was on there doing his music. He was doing this music for a while, and that's how he got put on. He was on there and people was digging him. Right people heard him, and the rest was history. But I look at him differently. I really do, man. And I think he's a good songwriter too. I mean, shucks, he gave hits to your boy, Hove. So I really like Kid Cudi. Shout out to Kid Cudi. I think he penned a few things for your favorite MC, Kanye as well. I know you love Kanye, so I gotta bring your boy up. I know you love Kanye. Oh man. Shout out to Yeezy. Shout out to Yeezy.
Yo, look like what's going on? Where I'm
Yeah,
at.
yeah,
I just
yeah.
came. I just came from the underground. I don't know which direction to go.
Man, oh man. It's a heartening picture, man. I don't know what my brother going through, man, but he's a genius. He's a genius. He's gonna be one of those guys. I don't want to say it, but when that time comes, everybody is gonna miss him, man. And hey, Adidas already miss him. I think they try and work it out now. You know what I mean? They can't sell them sneakers without Kanye.
Did they want to sell them sneakers?
Yeah, they want to sell them sneakers. All that money they gave that boy. They try and recruit that bread.
I
Yeah.
mean, if I'm sure that there was a clause in there that if something went awry, he'd have to pay some of that money back. So if they really wanted that money, they could get that money from him. But Adidas makes enough.
Hmm. Yeah. I don't know, man. Once Kanye left the building, I don't know.
People realized that they were homeless people clothes. That's what happened.
No. Well, you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. Never rocked this clothes, but I did like the sneakers. And I'm gonna tell you like this, yo. They are mad comfortable. You know, to me, if you like amusement parks, ideal sneaker to have on. Man, how about this? How about this, right? One year I went to the amusement park, man, in a pair of white Airs. What was I thinking? Not only was my feet hurting, bro, but by the time I left that park, them white Airs were beige. You would have thought I had on cream sneakers.
Try and be cute.
Yeah, how about that?
That's what it was. You try and be cute instead of being practical.
Man, oh man. Feet was killing me. I got another sneaker time, bro. Do not wear Chuck Taylors to the amusement. Oh my God, man. Yo. By the time I was done, yo, I was walking on the back of them bad boys, yo. I almost went to one of them stores and tried to find some slides or something to wear. I don't care if they had Mickey. I was in Disney's. I don't care if they had Mickey Mouse on them or whatever. Yo, my dogs were killing me.
She
Actually,
bugging.
I want to say I did. Now, this was before Crocs were what they were. And of course I was much younger.
Mm-hmm.
But they had Crocs. I want to say they had a Croc store in Disney. And I
Back
wound
then,
up getting them back then.
mm.
Yeah.
I
But
didn't know they
man,
had cracks in the 30s.
no, 40s. Come on
Oh, my
now.
bad, my bad,
I
my
ain't
bad,
that old.
my bad, my bad.
But yo, when I tell you them Chuck Taylors were killing me, bro, man, my feet was on fuego.
When did you fall in love? with hip hop.
I have loved you from the first time I laid eyes on you, and I love you still.
Oh man. Yo, a group we haven't talked about that man, their production is amazing. Old school group. Whodini, man. We ain't talk about Whodini.
No, we haven't.
But I absolutely love Whodini. And their music, their beats, man. Their beats are phenomenal. I really dig their beats. I think they was ahead of their time. And nobody sound like Whodini. You think about it back then. Well, I guess back then
Everybody sounds different.
everybody sounded different, but Whodini, man, their production to me, I'm not going because Rick Rubin is the hip hop guru, but Whodini production, man, it was the clarity, the beats.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? One of my favorite songs, Friends. What's that?
Classic.
One Love, yo.
One, yeah.
Oh my God,
But
yo.
the Friends is prevalent. It's still prevalent today.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I mean? And that's the big question. How many of us have them?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And a lot of people think they got friends, but we had this discussion many times before. They ain't really your friends. They are your associates.
that's a fact.
They are only friendly to you when they are in need of you, of something from you.
Facts. 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 But when you're young, and I don't want to put it on young people,
Please
but I
do.
guess I low key am. Nobody could tell you nothing. Cause I'm gonna
Hmm.
tell you like this, yo. When I was young, yo, nobody could tell me anything.
Right.
You know what I mean? They could be like, Dre, the sky's blue. I'm like, yo, I don't care what you say. Like, I'm trying to tell you.
Damn.
Mm,
Some things never change.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I'm a Taurus, so I'm stubborn, stuck in my ways.
Yeah, I'm a Capricorn. I'm the same way, but facts is facts and reality is reality.
Yeah. But they couldn't tell me nothing, yo. I thought I knew everything. So I get it. I kind of get it in a way. Yeah, it's something, man. It's something. Well, you know how I am now. I don't trust nobody. You know what I mean? But it's something, man. Because when you first meet somebody, they always put their best foot forward. You know what I mean? They always do that.
They send out their representative. That's what they do.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, let me ask you this: Who did it first? Did Whodini do Friends first, or did Run DMC had a variation of it? What was that song? Was it Friends or no? It was Big Mouth. It was Big Mouth. You got a big mouth, big mouth. Yeah, and then they did You Talk Too Much. Or who did what first?
I
But I
honestly
would
don't know.
I want to say back then Whodini was on fire, and they was the people with the beat. So I want to say Run DMC might have been like, oh, let me hop on this wave. You know what I mean? They could have been with that one.
I mean, Run MC was the wave.
They were the wave, but Whodini, they came out of left field, man.
They had a couple. Run, as your man say, you made it a hot line, I made it a hot song. Houdini had a hot line.
Hmm.
Run DMC had a hot album.
Oh yeah, no, I can't
So to
take that
speak,
from
so
you.
metaphorically,
Yeah.
as far as their run is concerned.
Hmm.
Yeah, Houdini was hot. They had a couple hits, but over the longevity and all of it, if there was a debate to come up in the hip hop community between the two, you already know who people gonna side with.
Facts. Facts. Man, I'm shocked to know. I'm sure a lot of people don't even know who we talking about. So if you don't know who Whodini is, Google him, man. Google him. Man, Whodini did a what video they had, and the young Jermaine Dupri was in the video. Was it? It was Freaks Come Out at Night.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So I mean, that's how old this group is. Jermaine Dupri was a kid. That's how long the bros been out. Yo, ain't that crazy though? He was a kid pop locking in the video.
That's where he got to start. Then he started making beats in his bedroom.
Yeah.
And then that turned into everything else.
Yes, yes,
Oof.
yes. But yeah, Whodini, man. Did Whodini make the first hip hop love song? Or was it LO I Need? No. Was it LO I Need Love or was it Whodini One Love? It was Whodini One Love. It had to be.
So One Love was released in 1986.
Mm-hmm.
And J, I Need Love, 87. So Whodini did it first.
Whodini was that group, man. Yeah, they was that group. Let me think of another group from back then we didn't talk about. We talked about Stetsasonic. We talked about Tribe, of course. We talked about De La Soul, of course. Group from back then. Group from back then. Did we talk about the Fat Boys?
It really wasn't much to talk about.
Heavy D and the Boys. I love Heavy D, man. I love Heavy D. How about you?
Oh yeah, I was a big Heavy D fan.
Yeah.
Overweight lover.
Yeah.
Money earning Mount Vernon.
Yes, yes, yes. Man, oh man.
Yeah, man. He so I don't know if a lot of people know the story of this, but Al B. Shore used to hang out with them cats.
Mm-hmm.
So while they were rapping, he was singing the hooks and do those little rap thing or whatever. So when Heavy D got signed, Al B thought, we're a group. We all signed. Heavy D was like, no.
What? I didn't know that.
It's Heavy D and the Boys. And it's you.
Ah, man.
Yeah. 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 He's like, it's like I was crushed.
Wow.
I thought we was all together, but apparently, I was just a tag along or extra. But he ended up getting his record deal too. So
yeah.
But
Good
yeah,
old Al B. Shore.
But Heavy D was a producer. A lot of people didn't know he was a producer, and he brought a lot of acts in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
people didn't know that, but Heavy D was the man. He just he left us a little too early.
Yes. Man, oh man. I wonder how he pulled it off being in Life, man. Yo, legendary movie. One of my favorite movies. Man, Eddie and Martin, man, together, man, them brothers. But how about yo, just the concept, they was in there forever.
I don't think I've ever really seen that movie all the way through.
Oh, you gotta see that movie all the way through, yo. One of the funniest movies ever, man.
Do I really know? I mean, maybe. I don't know. Most people like that talk about it, but
watch it on one of them rainy days. Ain't much to do outside. If a young kid now had to watch what we watched on Saturdays, they wouldn't even watch cartoons.
The hell is a snorkel?
Right. You know what I mean? Come on now. So. And like you said, man, I don't even know the last cartoon movie I saw was Up. And it's crazy when you're an adult and you see movies, children's movies. Mm-hmm. Yo, they're a little depressing.
Some of them are.
Yeah, Up was depressing, man. I'm like,
I've never seen it.
It was sad, yo. So let me see what else in a group. I guess it wasn't a lot of groups back then. in the 80s? I don't think so.
I mean, it was Bruce, but a lot of them didn't make it. I mean, and a lot of them didn't get exposure. To be
Mm-hmm.
honest with you, especially back then, like we didn't have the internet. Like
Right.
it may be hard for some of these kids to believe the internet did not exist
Mm-hmm.
at all. It wasn't a thing.
Right.
So we couldn't just hop on, and there wasn't a YouTube. So
Mm-hmm.
we couldn't just hop on and say, "Oh, let me see some new artists that's out in '83."
Right. Right.
If it didn't come on TV, or if
Mm-hmm.
it didn't come on the local radio stations, and of course, local radio stations played what was popular
Right.
and maybe a little bit of what was going on in the area.
Mm-hmm.
So we weren't hearing stuff from down south. We weren't hearing stuff from out west.
Right.
So who knows? It's just a lot of them that fell to the wayside, and we just got access to the ones that were shown on TV, especially because with the way that the television industry, the media industry set up, they didn't want to put us on TV anyway.
Right. Right.
So
Right.
when they did, it was all right. Let's cherry pick select ones, and we just gonna keep showing them over and over again.
Mm-hmm. So is it safe to say that the internet has the last laugh, man? Because now it's you can't you don't have gatekeepers. Any and everybody could just go out there and do that thing. The powers that be
I mean, they
don't
still,
have any control. You think they still got control?
of course, they still control the industry. Listen, there is censorship all around. Now we have free platforms to express ourselves, put ourselves out there, but on some real stuff, they still blackball people.
Hmm.
So you could be free, we can put out all the content that we want, but if that big wig somewhere is like, yo, that's that dude causing trouble,
Hmm.
block them.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? They listen, SoundCloud, all of these Spotify, all these other places, they dictate who gets the spins. They
Hmm.
dictate it. They listen, they had the technological advances to say, you know what? Let's give this dude here 3 million spins, or what appears to be 3 million, because they can buy it up. What appears to be 3 million spins. Now you
Hmm.
got this dude that came from the dirt nowhere, all of a sudden is an overnight sensation.
Hmm.
And then we as consumers, we say, "Oh, who is this dude with 3 million views on his video? Let me check it out."
Hmm.
Now it wasn't organic; it was all perpetuated by certain people that
Hmm.
contacted him and was like, "Look, bro, you want to get out your situation?
Hmm.
Follow these steps." So, just no matter how free it is, now you have some that break through
Hmm.
on their own because they just hot.
Hmm.
But overall, they still control the music industry. They just don't control as big of a piece of the pie as they used to. And they're not the only avenue that people can take to go viral, get famous, make hits. But
Hmm.
let's not believe. Just like it's like racism in this day and age. People, especially others, love to say, "I don't see the racism anymore. I don't see it." Just because you don't see it doesn't mean it's not there.
Hmm.
It doesn't mean it's not prevalent.
Right.
It's systemic. It's generational.
Hmm.
And I don't have to be in your face calling you out your name. Oh, you da, 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 da. Yeah, I mean, I can do stuff behind the scenes.
Right. Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean? I can employ a police force that targets you,
Hmm.
makes you want to stay in the house, makes you
Right.
not do certain things. So just because they're not out there talking about, yo, come sign to Dre Fellick Records,
Hmm.
don't mean that Dre Fellick Records ain't running shit.
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah. I guess you're right. But unfortunately, you can still be home and the cops get at you.
Facts.
You
But
know.
once again, it's all about the control of the person.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they can make some
Yeah.
shit up. Oh, this was the address on the warrant. This has been my house for 7 years.
Right.
Ain't
Right.
nobody by this name ain't ever lived here, and you
Right.
know this.
Right. Right.
But
Last I checked, that was the only one paying this bill. You know what I mean?
Thanks. So
Man.
yeah, I mean, like it's still controlled. Just because it's not up front and it's not out there in your face, doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. Um, One of our most favorite movies, The Usual Suspects.
Mm.
Verbal Kint. What'd he say? What's the greatest trick the devil ever pulled?
Right, right.
convincing the world he didn't exist.
Yeah. Slick Rick. We ain't really talk about Slick Rick, man. I love Rick. Lottie Dottie. You know what? We did talk about Slick Rick. I remember. Did I mention Lottie Dottie?
You grazed over it. You mentioned Dougie Fresh.
I mentioned Dougie Fresh, but I tell you what, man, I used to listen to Lottie Dottie over and over again, super low in the basement. Man, ear almost up to the speaker, man.
Yeah, your situation was a little different.
I'm like, man, how you get away with this? Man, oh man. One of my favorite Slick Rick songs, period. Man,
Yeah,
oh man. Yeah, yeah. That and Hey Young World. I really love Hey Young World.
that was a
Dope
highlight.
song.
It was.
Yeah, yeah,
I'll,
yeah.
I'll take a children's story.
Got you. Very dope one. Yeah, yeah.
Treated like a prostitute.
Oh my God. Yeah, yeah.
And what was it? Little drummer boy. What was that?
I think it was Little Drum or something.
Drummer boy or something like the Indian girl. Something.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
One of them. But yeah, Slick Rick was ahead of his time.
Oh, no
You know
doubt.
what I mean? And then to come to find out he wasn't from here.
Right, right,
That was
right.
the wild part.
Yes,
That,
yes.
because back then we didn't have. I don't want
Wikipedia.
to call. Nah, I mean I don't want to call them foreigners, but back then we didn't have people from overseas, from across the pond.
Right, right.
You know what I mean? That was prevalent in hip hop like that. And then
Yeah.
you heard Slick Rick rap, and then he started talking, and you're like,
Right, right, right.
that ain't no Baltimore accent.
No, not at all. Well, let me ask you this: Dana Dane, was he across the pond too, or he was?
He just I think Dana Dane was from here. I think Dana Dane was like from New York or something. But he tried to play that. He tried to play that role. I'm gonna look at that right now just to be sure. But I mean I think I remember that dude. Yeah. First of all, it says American rapper, so.
Oh man! So he bit my boy Rick Stilo.
Yep, he was born in Brooklyn, New York.
Oh my
As I
God!
thought, he just did the accents. He tried to do something different. I'm like, he looked. I mean, I ain't trying to pigeonhole nobody, but he looked like a New York dude.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Dressing like Slick Rick and sounding like him.
Right. But I mean, Dana had a couple little hits. I
I
mean,
don't
a
even
lot.
remember one.
Which one?
I don't even know the name of it. Dana Dana found the fame. Da, 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 da. I don't even know the name of Cinderella Dana Dane. I said Cinderella.
Cinderella Dana Dane. He had a couple of them. I used to like Nightmares.
Oh,
No,
Nightmares. Okay.
of the night.
Okay, that's two. I'm on my Hendo stuff. Name one more.
It's just
Don't Google it. You can't.
first of all, I ain't never say Dana Dane was that dude. First and foremost, I ain't never say he was that dude.
He had them two, and then that was it.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
no, but y'all had a single in '95. He did make a cameo appearance in Brown Sugar.
Did he?
Yeah, when it was all he was him, Slick Rick, they was all rapping in the park.
Oh yeah. That's right.
Dougie
That's
Fresh.
Right. That's right. I think I got up and got some popcorn at that point. That's like I'm playing. Shout out to Dana Dane.
Dana Dane with fame.
Yeah.
Cinderella. It was called Cinderella Dana Dane. Yeah, I mean, he had. Yeah. But back then we had a lot of dudes that had a slight impact in hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
Just little bumps in the road. But Dana Dane was from the old school. He gets a pass because he was from that 80s crew.
Yeah.
And a lot of dudes from that 80s crew get a pass because they were pioneers.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, if you weren't a certain person, you weren't getting pushed.
Right.
You could have had the hottest stuff. You know what I mean? Your gimmick, your whatever, your flow, everything could have been hot. But because, especially, and I'm gonna call a spade, MTV, because they were the music video channel. I can't blame nobody else but them. They were the only music video station. And then they went to 24-hour music video station. And all they did was play rock artists.
Right.
And Michael Jackson.
And Mike.
And Mike and Prince. And yeah, I mean, so once they had to handpick them, they handpicked the safest ones and was like, we can sell these dudes. Okay, they ain't got no shoestrings in their shoes. We can roll with that.
Right.
So you know, certain people like Slick Rick, Dana Dane.
Yeah.
They got pushed to the wayside, you know, and even Biz Markie to an extent, until they found out like he was just this lovable, goofy rapper.
Right.
That's when it was like, oh, you know, he's harmless. We can help.
Right.
We can push that.
Yeah.
But then came MTV Raps, and literally Ed and Dre, they played what they wanted to play.
Right. Man, I'm so glad they came along, man. Because remember staying up all night, you know, with the local channels.
Friday night videos used to come on at, I think, 11:30 or midnight on like Channel 2 back in the day. And you had to go through that just to get a glimpse of maybe one or two videos, because they played the same people.
Right.
Prince, Mike, Duran, Hall and Oates. Like, it was the same group, same hot groups.
Billy Ocean.
Billy Ocean. Yeah. But back then, you gotta think about it though. Back then, music videos were brand new. So they really are. I mean, I'm not giving them a pass, but back then, it wasn't that much selection with music videos, because only certain people knew that music videos were the wave of the future. And that was how you got your music out there. So not everybody, even you could have had a number one hit. Everybody wasn't putting out music videos. So they would just take concert clips and put them together and throw that out there until Michael Jackson was like, oh, okay, watch this. And then he hit him over the head with Billie Jean.
Right.
Then he hit him over the head with Thriller.
Yes.
Then it was like, maybe we need to start putting some production value and actually getting a production team together to make this video.
Yeah. I got a group for you. UTFO. You cold want to be with me? That was my joint, yo.
Oh, okay.
You didn't like that song, yo?
No, listen. UTFO was cool, but you know, and they did their little Roxanne. That was cool as well. But they kind of remind me of what are them singing dudes' name? Itching for a scratch.
Oh, what were their name? I know you talking about.
Force MDs.
Force MDs. Yeah.
So
definitely.
So you know, Force MDs, they were more singers than anything. But I just say they were kind of like the Force MDs, where they had a couple hits, but they weren't out there like that.
Right.
You know, UTFO was cool. If we came up with a top 100 list, I don't know if UTFO would be in it.
No. But shout outs to UTFO. You know, speaking of the list, and I know by the time this aired, we already talked about the list, man. But I'm rethinking Pac, man. I don't know if it was me watching a movie.
Let's not get Pac the Entertainer confused with Pac the Rapper. Let's not do that. Let's not bump up his rap status because he was a good actor.
He was a damn good actor, bro.
Okay, what does that have to do with his rapping? Can you still after watching Poetic Justice, can you still make a full CD of his songs from Our Criteria because of that movie?
I'm going to say this, and I've said it already. I said it on Hanging with Hendo. Pac is the biggest rapper ever at this point.
You're high.
You know, you got your boy Jay said he wanna, you know, like Tupac soul. Even 50 said it in the song in the club. He want them to love him like they love Pop.
Mhm.
You know, but I get you though. I get you. But man, I think he's the biggest. When you think of hip hop, he definitely comes to mind, man.
Okay.
Well, until next time, you got any parting words, Hendo?
Yes. Parting words are none of that stuff matters. It does not propel Pac into the top 10.
Yeah, I guess with everything is subjective. You know what I mean? You know, some people like peanut butter and jelly. Some people like toast and jam. What was that off of?
It was a commercial.
Yeah.
No more
Anyway,
peanut butter and jelly. Something.
yeah.
I like Smith's Blue Ribbon Bread. It's
Man,
the one for me.
yes, yes.
Yeah, that crap.
Man, oh man. We should do one about commercials. That would be funny.
No, we shouldn't.
Yeah, it's a lot of good commercials out there.
Okay.
But anyway, until next time, world.